My name is Ed Hanson, and I eventually owned Ed Hanson's Muffler Service for over 35 years. It's been quite a journey. It was about 1956. My mother used to let me stay up on Friday nights to wait for my dad to come home. And because I didn't see him, he'd be gone in the morning before I got up. He wouldn't come home until after I was asleep. So I'd wait on the couch and eventually I'd fall asleep. My dad would pick me up and bring me to bed, and I'd smell all the oil and grease and sweat on his body. So in 1957, when I was 8 years old, he asked me if I wanted to come to his shop. Little tiny greasy muffler shop in Watts. It was Tiny's Muffler Service. As you can see up here, I have my dad's old patch from his service shirt. And the day he brought me to the shop, he opened up those doors and I smelled his fragrance. The oil, the sweat, the grease, it was his cologne. So I fell in love with that at that very moment. So it was 1957, at the ripe old age of 8 years old, my dad started me off. That's a hard one to answer because no one does it alone. You do it with a team. It starts out with that woman who kicked me in the backside to get me up every morning to go to work. My co-workers, people who deliver products. Allied's been a great supplier. My customers who came to me and trusted me to take care of their babies, their hot rods, their everyday driver, and doing what you say you're going to do. My slogan was, where all your pipe dreams come true. It was more than a slogan, it was my mission. And lo and behold, I'd see them leave, their smile, they'd come back and thank me. So it was all those loyal and loving customers and people who serve me and people who work with me that were able to make me what I am today. And I was just the face and the name. I actually had the opportunity to work on a 1938 Bugatti. It was one of a few that was hidden in a haystack, hidden from the German soldiers. I got to recreate the exhaust system. And it so happened that I had a device, it was called a vector measuring device that could measure the bends of pipes. And I had a CNC bender that I just got too. So here was this little guy in his first shop, and I'm measuring this tube, and I bended it, put the data into my bender, and that pipe fit perfect. I could almost do that job for free, but they paid me to work on it. I got to touch history. So that was one vehicle. A local engineer asked me if I would develop an exhaust system on a GMC Jimmy. I got to develop the exhaust system on it, and it was my awakening into the industry because he showed me the difference between restriction and flow and eddying and heat. The prototype Batmobile, it came to my shop and I built this exhaust system. It was on a Corvette chassis, and I built these 4 pipes that came through 6 tubes, and they all functioned, they all blew exhaust out the back. It was really quite a fun project.
Hi, my name is Eric Hartop. I work with a company called Volig Auto Works, and this is my good friend Ed Hanson. And Ed has entrusted me with some of his technology and some of our exhaust systems. This is my latest design here. It holds 2 of his technologies, so let's hear it.
The product, the build that I look for when I cut them open, I look for durability. But it was like flow was important, because when I talk to my clients, and I talk to them and I try to educate them of what that product does, you know, they go out driving that car, and who's my best advertisement? That guy who's slapping a smile off his face, like I said earlier, he's the guy so excited, that's all he's going to talk about for the next few days while he's driving his car. So yes, I want to make sure that that product works. I want to make sure it's durable, and I want to make sure that it does exactly what I tell them it's going to do. I've been asked that question before, and my answer is this. Before I look into that crystal ball and predict the future, let me tell you about the past. We've been thrown all kinds of blocks to try to trip over us, and the first one was the introduction of air injection. So headers now in California, you couldn't use headers until they introduced the air injection in the headers. And then in 1975, there were the catalytic converters. Catalytic converters, oh my gosh, woe to the exhaust industry. Then we had stainless steel pipes. Oh, the exhaust industry, the muffler shops are going to be gone because we have stainless steel exhaust. So do I see the industry changing? I would say if you can take 30 minutes and stand up on an overpass of a freeway or a highway and watch the cars for 30 minutes, I say so many cars, so little time. So there's a lot to be said about the future of the exhaust industry. I think it's going to flourish. For future generations coming into this industry, my message should be passionate. If you're an exhaust guy, be the best exhaust guy you can be. Learn from those who you admire. Read. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can read about our industry. I so happen to pick up fluid engineering books. I read motivational books to keep me inspired. Other businesses, what drives them? And then I can apply that to my business. And it's the only way you can be the best muffler man that you can be that day. You know, give back to the community. If you're a business owner or even an employee, you can always do something on the outside. Do something. There's always somebody out there who's worse off than you that you can help, that are in need. That will get your juices flowing and you bring that upbeat feeling to work the next day. And it reflects on how you approach your customers and stuff.